Welcome to Sasquatch, the show all about Bigfoot in the great state of Alaska. I'm your host, Beans Baxter. So lace up your boots, zip up your coat, and come with me on an adventure as we explore all things cryptid in the last frontier. All right, so we're up here at Hatcher's Pass. Robroy, this is Robroy's spot that he recommended to us, and we had our first night. It's our first morning here. Chuke's busy cooking some victuals over there.
Oh yeah.
There's some nice scenery here. It's a beautiful spot. There's mountains behind me, all around us. We're kind of like down in a valley. There's a little creek over here, and I think we're going to do some fishing today. It was a pretty quiet night, but we were all really tired when we went to bed, and slept pretty good. It got a little chilly because I guess we're up here high in elevations. It's getting in the 70s during the day, but I think last night when we went to bed it was in the 40s. So yeah, we're having a good time at this beautiful spot, and we're gonna get into some shenanigans today, hopefully, and catch some fish and maybe see some wildlife or a Bigfoot or something. So Chuke and I are walking back through this quagmire back to our camp after visiting a secret fishing hole back there. I did not bring any water shoes, but I did bring my sandals. But they're a little slippy.
Like some mosquito rice patty shit. Different this time. My buddy New York Prepper suggested I do this, and he said I should call in Bigfoot psychically. Now I know that sounds silly, but I actually believe that I am qualified to do this because of my education. I recently worked 5 years as a military contractor in a psychological health program. That's exactly what the program was called. I have a master's degree in spiritual transformational psychology, and I actually studied under Dr. Waterman. So at the same time that those guys with Project Stargate were doing their, what did they call it? They called it remote viewing. He was doing the exact same thing, only he was calling it astral projection. And so I studied at that school in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I was actually trained in past life regression, a little bit of astral projection. I wrote my thesis on consciousness and archetypes. And so I believe that I am qualified to do this. I've been studying relaxation, and you can call it, what do they call it? It's hypnotization. You know, you hypnotize somebody. All it is extreme relaxation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some progressive muscle relaxation. I'm going to try to completely shut myself off from the outside world. So we're doing like sensory deprivation, and I am going to be listening to some astral projection, progressive muscle relaxation, and we're going to have Beans on the EMF meter, and we're going to see if there are any changes in the electromagnetic spectrum going on. And what I'm going to do after I do the progressive muscle relaxation, I'm going to visualize protection of myself, and then I am going to visualize rising above and calling out to Sasquatch in this area, and we're going to see if we can pick up any waves on this meter. So I know it sounds silly, but I'm serious about this, and I have had training in this type of thing. So we're going to see what we come up with.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Earlier, Chuck from Alaska Ballistics like to make fun of me because I believe in Bigfoot, but we're going to try something different. Check out New York Prepper on YouTube. He just hit 100,000 subscribers not too long ago, but he had the idea to psychically call in Bigfoot. And you may think that's laughable, but I do believe that I am qualified to do so because I was an Army contractor for 5 years recently in the psychological health program. I have a master's degree in spiritual psychology, and I focused on consciousness. I wrote a thesis paper on consciousness and archetypes, and I also worked under Dr. Waterman, who at the same time that the Project Stargate guys were doing their remote viewing, he was doing the exact same thing, only he called it astral projection. So I did some of that while getting my master's degree. And what I'm going to do is progressive muscle relaxation. I'm going to put myself into a very relaxed state. I'm going to try sensory deprivation. I'm going to listen to an relaxation thing that is based on astral projection. I'm going to cut myself off from the senses, dip this hand in water, and we got beans on the electromagnetic sensor, and I'm going to go through the progressive muscle relaxation, go through my protection meditation, and then I'm going to attempt to psychically call in Bigfoot. So here we go. Let's see what we get. And I'm going to cheat for a second so I can start my meditation. And find it here. Okay, I am playing the astral projection meditation. I am now going to try to enter a state of relaxation. We're going to take about 5 minutes for this. All right, does the helmet look okay, guys?
Yep, looks good.
All right. Coming back. 3, 2, 1. Anything on the meter?
Nothing.
Bastards. I did have an interesting sort of visualization. I was visualizing the light coming down, protecting me, and then I began rising, checking the area, and I did sense the presence of a Bigfoot that was not necessarily evil, but just like a wild animal. The picture I got in my head was a brown fur and sort of a lightish tan face, and just a very wild animal that didn't necessarily have bad intentions. But that is what I got in the reading. So I think we'll do some calling tonight and see what happens, and see if we get any more readings on the EMF too.
Yeah, it was pretty quiet the whole time. I was moving it around, and it didn't nothing.
Okay.
Not a wiggle.
All right. Excellent. Sweet. Thanks, guys.
You know, that was interesting. I've never really done anything like that. So
yeah,
I guess
worth a shot.
Kind of reminded me of the ghost hunting trip I went on.
Oh shit.